Hello and welcome to the weekly roundup of news from the cruise lines. My name is John Fletcher of Cruise Holidays UK and I'm your host. So what has been happening in the world of cruise this week? On Tuesday I reported on the delays Royal Caribbean Group faces in the delivery of new ships. Royal Caribbean Group have announced they will only take delivery of 3 of the ships they have on order at the moment between now and the end of 2021. Originally, the group was expecting to take delivery of 5 ships. The company will take delivery of Silver Moon for Silver Sea this year, then Odyssey of the Seas for Royal Caribbean in the spring 2021, and Silver Dawn later in 2021 for Silver Sea again. This means that Celebrity Beyond and Wonder of the Seas are now expected to be delivered in 2022. Tuesday was a busy day for the cruise industry. I also reported on the announcement from P&O that they were extending their pause in sailing. In recognition of the UK government's advice, P&O has decided to extend its operational pause until the 12th of November 2020. They also have cancelled Aurora's 2021 January Caribbean and South American Adventure Cruise and also Arcadia's World Cruise. Guests who were booked on these cruises on a retail fare will automatically receive a 125% future cruise credit, which can be used on cruise bookings made before the 31st of December 2020. Alternatively, guests affected can claim a 100% refund before the 30th of November 2020. UK guests who take the FCC will continue to have a ABTA and ATOL bonding. On Wednesday, another cruise line announced an extension to their pause in sailing. Holland America line announced a further extension of their pause in sailing until the 15th of December 2020. This affects cruisers in the Caribbean, Mexico, Panama Canal, Pacific Coastal, South America, Antarctica, Hawaii, South Pacific, Australia and Asia. Affected guests will automatically receive a 125% future cruise credit if they've paid in full, and guests who have not paid in full will receive an FCC double the amount of their deposit. The FCC is valid for 12 months from the date of issue and may be used to book cruises sailing up to December the 31st, 2022. All of the funds paid to Holland America Line may be transferred to a new booking or will automatically be refunded via the method of payment used to purchase the services. Holland America Line say you do not need to take any action to accept the FCC as it will be applied automatically. Guests preferring a 100% refund instead should go to the cancellation preferences form on the Holland America website to request a refund no later than September the 15th, 2020. Meanwhile, another Carnival Group cruise line announced a tentative resumption of sailing. Following the Italian government giving the go-ahead to resume cruising, Costa Cruises announced their plans to gradually restart operations from Italian ports on the 6th of September. The first ship to sail will be the Costa Deliziosa on the 6th of September and sailing weekly cruises from Trieste to Greece. Costa Diadema will start sailing on the 19th of September and will sail a 7-day Western Mediterranean cruise from Genoa, calling into Italy and Malta. These cruises are only being sold to Italian residents currently. They are also subject to the new health protocols that were recently announced by Costa. On Thursday, I reported on Viking's decision to cancel their remaining cruises for 2020. Back in March, Viking were the first line to suspend sailings. Torstein Hagen, the chairman of Viking, wrote to all their customers. He said, "I would not have imagined that in August we would still not be sailing, and that I would be writing this letter. But as you well know, recent events have shown us that the recovery from this pandemic will be sporadic, and the ability to travel freely across borders remains some time away. Fortunately, the US State Department has lifted some travel advisories for Americans, but many countries are still limiting tourists. As keen as we may be to get back to exploring, for now, international travel must wait. I have said before that we will only sail again when it is safe to do so. We are a private, closely held company, which means we do not have to rush the decision to return to service." He went on to write, "We believe that our smaller ships, which feature spacious public areas and staterooms, provide a much safer environment than mega liners. We have always had the highest standards for health and cleanliness, and we are currently finalising additional protocols to make Viking safe in cooperation with leading international experts. We will be sharing more information about this very soon." Viking are offering a 125% future cruise voucher to affected customers. Affected United Kingdom guests who prefer a cash refund, then you can apply via the Viking website, but it must be done by the 24th of August 2020. Guests who book a replacement cruise using a future cruise voucher by the 31st of August 2020 will have a risk-free guarantee. This will allow guests to change their plans up to 24 hours prior to departure. On Friday, I reported on a twist in the tale of the Uncruised Alaska cruise. The company made the first commercial Alaska expedition cruise, and it was reported that one of the guests had tested positive for COVID-19. The guest had tested negative before starting his holiday and underwent another test on the 1st of August 2020 in Alaska, the day of embarkation for the cruise, and the result showed positive, so was informed on the 4th of August 2020. Now, on learning of the positive result, Uncruised returned to the port and cancelled not just the cruise, but also the remainder of the season. Guests were disembarked and quarantined in a hotel. The wilderness-based itineraries had no ports of call except the Juneau turnaround, and were planned to be the only cruises to operate in Alaska this year. This means there was no COVID transmission on the ship or the cruise. It is understood that consultation has taken place between Uncruised, Alaska state local authorities and epidemiologists. And finally, a good news story from the Queen's favourite cruise line, Hebridean Island Cruises. They have bought the 27-passenger luxury yacht inspired Lord of the Glens. The company paid an undisclosed sum for the ship. Ken Charlson, Managing Director of Hebridean Island Cruises, said, "This unique vessel will offer 5 and 7 night cruises commencing in April 2021 along the beautiful Caledonian Canal between Inverness and the Kyle of Loch Eich, including Loch Ness and Oban. Lord of the Glens is a ship of similar size to the well-established and much-loved Hebridean Princess that is believed to be favoured by the Queen and the royal family, and will carry a maximum of 50 guests, and she will sail mainly on the west coast of Scotland." Lord of the Glens was refurbished earlier this year and is believed to be designed to reflect influences from the Royal Yacht Britannia and has 4 decks. And that's it for another week. Please let me know what you think of any of the stories in the comments section below. Don't forget, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep informed of future episodes. And don't forget, you can also support this channel through Patreon. So until next week, it's goodbye from me, John Fletcher, and Cruise Holidays TV. Keep on cruising!